Day 3, and a new challenge for the Bassmaster-BP Top 100 pros and amateur partners. Wind. Strong wind and waves are racing down the Potomac. Stacey King, in second place, abandons his spot on the Greenway Flats and heads for protected waters in a creek. Rockin' and rollin', Jerry Williams of Arkansas, trying to hold on to 5th place in the standings, can't fish his best spot. He's got to adjust. Tournament leader Tommy Biffle's having problems too. He's stuck on a sandbar. The winds push the tide back. John Murray of Arizona is fishing the mouth of Mattawoman Creek within view of the weigh-in site. He's out of the wind, but he may be running out of fish too. Murray's in 4th place with back-to-back limits off this very obvious grass bed. Other contestants make this their last stop of the day. For Murray, it's his first and only stop. Jerry Williams hasn't stopped fishing a spinnerbait. It's the only lure he's throwing in the tournament. He's slow rolling the homemade spinnerbait over the top of an underwater milfoil grass bed. Williams is boating 4 limits a day, around 20 bass, but can't connect with a big fish. Tommy Biffle, the tournament leader, is sticking with his jig and pork, but for him, it's been downhill today.
Finally got one to bite.
And finally, Stacey King is able to fish his favorite grass bed along the river channel. With the wind abating, King's flipping a plastic ringworm into the holes and pockets in the grass. He's fishing the Junebug colorworm with a 1/4 ounce pegged sinker. Tommy Biffle has switched to a spinnerbait, but it's a case of too little, too late. So goes the Bassin' Battle of the Potomac. The tide seems to be changing in favor of Stacey King.
A limited bass for Stacey, and the weight, 11 pounds and 15 ounces. All right, let's give a nice hand, and Bob Cobb, that'll put him right up there, will it not? Puts him in the first place, Stacey. Tell us what's going on. Is it tougher?
It was a lot tougher for me, Ray. My 2 primary areas both got ruined by the wind. They blew in there. I couldn't fish them in the first place, and secondly, it muddied them up. So I had to go to some backup stuff I had, and I was very fortunate. I only caught 7 or 8 fish all day long.
With Tommy Biffle slipping today, there's a new challenger.
16th place yesterday with 22 pounds and 4 ounces with Gary Klein, past year's Angler of the Year. A solid limited bass, folks. I predict he'll move way up in the standings. Watch the creel and watch the scale. 17 pounds and 14 ounces, best string of the day. By golly, what a catch.
Folks, I'm still sitting on that spot, and it hasn't been too good for me. You know, I've had a few little fish, and today, you know, I caught a nice stringer of fish, but, you know, I only had a couple bites, so, you know, it's not like I'm catching every cast. I'm struggling.
Gary Klein jumps to 3rd place on the scoreboard, only 2 pounds 11 ounces behind the leader, Stacey King. Denny Brower climbs a rung to 2nd. Tommy Biffle, yesterday's leader, drops to 6th with only 2 keepers today. Don't go away. This Bassmaster-BP Top 100 is far from over. We'll be right back with final round action.